Hi everyone, welcome to my video. This is Steve from X-Fada Studios. I've had a couple of people asking me, or I've seen in comments on Facebook and stuff, people asking about sidechaining. So I thought I would just jump in and give my 2 cents. So if we jump straight into it. Now, first of all, you've got to ask yourself, why are you sidechaining in the first place? Are you just doing it because everyone else is doing it? And why would you want to sidechain? This is an audio spectrum frequency chart, not exactly for dance music, but same principle. So basically you got your low end, your bass, deep, and you got your kick drum, that's low, bass, kick drum, low. So they're around this area. So if I play this bass line, if I play this kick drum, they're sharing the same frequencies. They are both in the low end of the frequency. So if I play them together, they sound terrible. So the idea is ducking the volume of the music where the beats are playing. So there's various ways to do sidechaining. Some of them I consider too complex. They kill the creativity. You want to get on with it, basically. More recently, I've been using the Vengeance sidechain free. Not everyone may have access to this, but before I was using that, I was using the gross beat, which comes in most packages of FL Studio. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to activate this. This is just the default setting. Can you hear the difference now? If I turn the kick drum off, can you hear what it's doing? It's just basically turning the volume on and off. I've made a quick setting here, basically mirroring what the Vengeance one's doing. Very similar. I'll just give you a peek of that. At the end of the day, it's the same principle. There is a few more fancy settings in here that I like. Like you can split the frequencies, so you can separate the highs and the lows. So you can sidechain the low, but have some of the higher end of the frequencies. If there's a little bit of mid in there, you can get that coming through. The principle at the end of the day is just ducking the music. So I've got another example to show you. I'll just play that with the beat. Listen to the difference with the sidechain on it. And then I'll just remove the beat. It's not as noticeable as this, but I've done that to kind of exaggerate the effect so you can hear it easier. And then I'll just quickly do the one with the gross beat, just to show you the difference. Some other times, like you say, why do you do it? Because you don't want them two frequencies clashing if that bass line is playing over the beat. If you're doing like something in dance music, your bass line in that space there, it's opposite to the kick drum, so you probably wouldn't want to sidechain it. There wouldn't be much point. So just turn all the sidechain off. You're not really bothered. But in a situation where it's overlapping, you're going to want that on there. Another reason sometimes people do it, just because it gives like a funky tune a bit more of a groove, if that makes any sense. And then you can experiment and change your basses randomly. And then you just start going down the rabbit hole. So for me, fundamentally what I'm trying to say here is when I'm making a tune or a track or a song, whatever you want to call it, I don't want to be spending hours, clicking this to that, doing it some fantastic way. I just want to stick something in simple and get on with it. Get on to the next thing. Less is more, keep it simple. That's for me. If you've got some better way, fair enough. But I like to keep it simple. And I just want to point something out quickly. I'll use it on this exaggerated one. So say like you've been a bit creative, you had a beat missing there, 2 beats missing there, 4 beats missing there, to kind of break things up. You don't really always want this sidechain effect on if the beat isn't playing, because they're not occupying the same space. You see, what I like to do is if you go here, right click here, and create an automation clip. We can turn this on and off with this automation clip. Do this, because I don't want it on by there. As some people do this setting, the hold setting, I find you can get some glitching, some clipping. It's not very smooth. I think you're better off doing it like this, you know, curved, just so it kind of eases out and eases in, so it doesn't clip, if that makes sense. I'll just do that, turn it off and on where the beats ain't. Simple as that. So listen to that. I go one step further. Sometimes I find the sidechain takes a little bit of volume off it, so when you turn the sidechain off, your sound is louder. So I like to get a limiter, and I like to listen to a part where the effect is active, where the sidechain is active. I can see the volumes going to there, and I just bring this ceiling down to about there, so it's not affecting it too much. And sometimes I like to give it a smidgen more. It's not a perfect science, you know. I like to keep it simple and just get on with the next thing. You know, I'm building a track, chucking my drums in, chucking my bass. Oh, I need a sidechain there, chuck it in. I want to get on with the next thing. Primarily, this works. I'd say the most use this gets is on basses, but you can apply it to high notes and that. But just remember, the highs are in a different frequency, so they're not going to clash too much. You know, don't overpower it. Don't chuck it on just for the sake of it because you think everyone else is doing it. Just use it where it's necessary. And sometimes on the high, like on a piano or something, it can give it a little bit more of a groove. That's fine. It gives it a little bit more of a rhythm. You know, it's all subjective. It's all up to you. Do whatever sounds best. What I'm trying to say is just remember to have fun with it. Don't make it too technical. Keep it simple. There's that setting if you want to save it. What I've done is I've saved that as sidechain simple, so I can quickly get that if I want to use that again. And then if this was a new one, just find my gross beat in my jungle of plugins. And what I did to start with is I just clicked on this default sidechain and then I, you know, started fidgeting about. One really quick tip with the gross beat, I will show you now. I wouldn't bother with the attack or the release if you're learning. Just leave them like that. They're fine. It's doing the job. Just make sure the pattern looks like that. This here, this is easy. Turn it left if you want the effect to be more effective. That's making the effect more potent. And when I'm going this way, it's turning the effect off. I'll just show you what I mean. So you can just fiddle about with that depending on what instrument and what situation you're using it on. It's not always about how do you sidechain. It's should you sidechain? Do you need to sidechain? Right, so this is the FL Studio website. They've got a deal on at the moment. They've always got a deal on. Gross beat is... So gross beat is included in the signature bundle. I certainly didn't pay £255 for it. I think I got it for about maybe 175, 180 a couple of years ago at Christmas time. They usually have good deals on at Christmas time. So this sidechain retails at £85. They usually always have a deal on this website. At the moment, they're doing 33% off. Oh, and don't forget, if you go down this route, you'll need one of these dongles. I think I paid £20 for mine. You've got it forever, and you know it holds any plugins that require this dongle. Yeah, don't go wasting your money. The gross beat will do the job as well. I'm just being a silly Billy now, mucking about. Let's take the reverb off that. So if you found this video of any use, let me know in the comments, and you know, comments if you'd like me to show you anything else, etc. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to. Bye.